Collective, welcome to your reading for today. Today we're going to be looking into love. Let's see what Spirit has for us in regards to your current situation in love. Let's see. You can check out my channel for other collective readings. I post one every single day. I also have all sign videos posted and individual sign readings as well. Shout out to all of my subscribers, my new ones, woo, and my day ones. Shout out to all of y'all that leave comments and hit the like button. I really appreciate it. You can reach me for a personal reading at the email in my description box. All right. The collective, we have stubborn. It can denote perseverance, but it also may hinder progress. Flexibility, resolve, and growth is what's needed. Okay, so somebody's stubborn. And though this makes you or this person, take it how it resonates, though it makes this person a rather resilient person, or it gives them a sense of perseverance, is due to their stubbornness, they can kind of conquer a lot of things, or, manage to get their way in a lot of situations, and that kind of favors them. But when it comes to love, it can also hinder progress. It's really difficult to deal with a stubborn person. For the stubborn person, that can be beneficial because more times than not, they get their way due to their stubbornness. But to be on the other side of a stubborn person is really difficult, right? So if we're talking about a love situation, it can be really difficult to love someone who's very stubborn because they're getting their way more often than you are. And a love situation is reciprocal. We also have resonance. Find the resonance in shared frequencies. Feel each other's heartbeat in sync. So you both may be stubborn. You both may be equally stubborn. That could be true. Or this person's stubbornness is the equivalent to your, how do I want to put it? Your ability to give in to people in situations. So, though you're dealing with a stubborn person, you may be equally as much of a people accommodator. Okay. Someone who's willing to make way for other people's happiness, sacrifice their own happiness for the sake of someone else's, letting a stubborn person get their way. This person's stubbornness may resonate with your own internal eagerness to please or satisfaction in seeing the other people around you be happy. So the stubborn person's personality or some ways about this person can kind of exploit your own pleasure that you get from seeing other people happy. Okay, I'm hoping that makes sense for you. Let's look into the tarot for this. Tell me about stubborn for my collective. Tell me about stubborn for my collective. Seven of Swords. Doing whatever you gotta do. Even if that means delaying things for other people. This is someone who's a little bit self-absorbed. As long as they're getting what they want or what they need, even if they have to do it in a way that is less than ethical. And even if it causes obstruction in other people's lives, in other people's plans. This is someone who's worried about, it's giving scarcity a little bit too. It's like someone who's always trying to make sure that their needs are met and more. Okay. Even if that means causing a disturbance in another person's energy. Death card. Death card. Even if it causes endings in their life. This person has probably lost opportunities, lost love situations, possibly lost you. Okay. Now, this could be you or the other person. You'll have to take this how it resonates. But I'm getting the energy here that someone's stubbornness has caused them to lose opportunities, people, places, and things due to their own stubbornness. A lot of loss in this person's life. 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. And they feel like a victim. So there's an energy here of a stubborn person who's lacking a bit of self-awareness for why their life has ended up the way that it has ended up, why people handle them a particular type of way, whether that's avoiding them or them just having troubles with other people, possibly with their finances as well. Tell me about the 7 of Swords. I want to use this deck. Tell me about the 7 of Swords. I feel like this person realizes that they have an issue with being so self-serving and so stubborn. This person realizes that it is a blockage for them. So though I see this person at one point may have lacked self-awareness, or at some points they do lack self-awareness, or they throw themselves a pity party. They throw themselves a pity party. 9 of Wands, 8 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. It's almost like they lose things and then they tell themselves, see, this is why I keep myself held back. This is why I keep myself on a tight leash. I don't know what that means. That's what I'm hearing in my head, but it's almost like this person guards themselves from people or keeps their true selves from people, but they blame the circumstances that they created. They blame the circumstance for the reason that they guard themselves from people. But really, with this person, what's happening here is that this person does things that could be seen as shady or stubborn or self-absorbed or, you know, self-serving at the detriment or at the cost of other people. And that's what causes them to lose opportunities and lose opportunities in love as well. And to feel all of this regret and this loss and, you know, and the things that they try to acquire in this stubborn way or in this sneaky way, they oftentimes end up losing the taste for. So if they neglect one thing for another, they end up losing the taste for the thing that they were trying to sneakily get, if that makes sense. That's the energy that I'm getting here. And then they end up losing one thing for the thing that they put in its place. But then they end up losing the taste for that and missing the thing that they sacrificed. I feel like this person is starting to have some realizations about that. They're realizing here that they have a blockage. But I don't know that they too much know what to do about it. I feel like this person is curious about having more stability in their life. I feel like this person is starting to... Four of Cups in reverse. I'm sorry, Five of Cups in reverse. Accepting. They're accepting their dark side. They're starting to accept the negative aspects of themselves. And they're getting curious about having more stability in their life. I feel like this person's almost having like an aha moment. Wait, there is something different. There is a different way that I can live. There is a different way that I can move. Wow, I'm realizing and accepting aspects of myself. Letting go of toxicity. Losing their taste for toxicity as well. This person used to maybe get a kick out of some of the toxic things that they would do. I feel like they're now, instead of like sometimes when something was going too good in this person's life, or it was too stable or too good of an opportunity, and they would lose their taste for it and go out and look for something else. They'd have to sneak away. I feel like this person is starting to evolve a little bit, where they're like, well, maybe I want the more mundane or stable or calm or, you know, same old, same old. Maybe I'm kind of ready for that. What would that look like if I were to be more satisfied with things that are more stable? If this person used to move around a lot, maybe they're getting closer to message. This person may be getting closer to the idea of having a more stable home life. Having a home for some people. But it doesn't have to be that. I'm just getting the sense of desiring more stability, where I feel like in the past, this person was more willing to dodge in and out of situations and not really be settled in one place. I feel like this person is starting to evolve a little bit. They don't have the same tastes as they used to. And I feel like it's because they're realizing this stubbornness about themselves. This person wants to forge a new path. They're feeling inspired. Before we get into what this person's inspired about, let's look at the other card, this resonance card, and see what this is about. Because I'm getting an energy here that it takes two to tango. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to be a stubborn person, or this could not even be about you. This could resonate for two people who you know in your life or whatnot, you know. These people don't have to be you and anyone. But there's an energy here of two things resonating with each other. Now, that doesn't mean that they are the same, meaning two stubborn people or two stubborn situations, but they are situations that feed each other. Okay? Where if one is the imposer, one gives in. That makes sense. Ooh, not a fist. Okay, hopefully that It doesn't have anything to do with this, but it takes two to tango. You see, these are musical signs here, if you can notice. And they kind of even look like, what are those, saxophones? It takes two to tango. A giver and a receiver. Tell me about resonance. A shared frequency. Oh, for some of you, now again, this could be you, or this could just be maybe it sounds familiar for people that you know in your life. But I'm getting the energy here that someone may have left someone behind. And this person who was left behind, because they were left behind, they're starting to elevate themselves to the level of the person who's left them. So, if one person decided to disconnect from a situation because they said, you know what, I want more for myself. I want more stability for myself. I want to go after the life that I desire. What's best for myself. That's what I'm getting here, is someone may have leveled up and outgrown a particular person, place, or thing. And so the person, place, or thing that's left behind is now feeling the need to rise up, to rise into a new frequency in order to match who's left them behind. They're realizing now that their stubbornness hindered their progress in the past, like the card says here. Maybe this person's stubbornness benefited them at one point in time, but they're realizing that eventually it led to a hindrance for them when it comes to matters of love and matters of personal progress. It became more of an obstacle, their stubbornness, than it being maybe in their past, like as a child, maybe it benefited them to be stubborn because they were, going through hardships, or maybe as a young person, it benefited them to be stubborn in order to persevere in their career or in networking. But it got to the point where it was hindering them when it comes to matters of the heart. It was creating a blockage and a barrier. And it caused someone to leave this person behind. In that void, they're now feeling pulled to meet this person at a higher frequency, to become more stable. We have an Ace of Wands on this side and here. They're realizing that if they want to be an energetic match to the person that has left them behind, they're going to have to become more stable. They cannot remain self-serving and selfish and stubborn. It's just not going to work. It doesn't resonate. Maybe at one point it did. At one point, these two, because I'm starting to feel like this is a love situation, these two were an energetic match. But one person outgrew it. And now this past stubborn person is feeling the pull to become more stable, more responsible, less stubborn. That's the only way that they'll be able to reconnect with this person. Whew. Yes, someone detached. And that made this person realize just how weak and lost they were without this person. I'm getting the energy here that it almost doesn't feel worth it. All of the stubbornness, all of the hard-headedness, doing sneaky things, sketchy things, holding on to their pride, holding themselves back, throwing up a guard with this Four of Pentacles. Now it doesn't feel worth it because they've lost someone or something that was really important to them. All right. Let me see. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would ask you to subscribe now. I would really appreciate it. I post these collective readings every day. But this person is still scared. In the near future, I still see fear. This person is watching the situation, but I'm still getting the energy here that this person has started to become ready, but will they take it out of the the mental space and put in the action needed is the real question. Are they really ready for equal give and take? Are they really ready to meet someone halfway? Are they really ready to sacrifice themselves? Are they ready to take it out of like what I'm getting the energy here that this person is thinking about and realizing that they may have an opportunity to reconnect with this other person if they were to become more stable. This person is realizing what kind of person they need to become in order to be an energetic match for the person who's left them behind, but it's still in the fantasy, in their head state. I don't see that they put in the action needed yet. It's still an idea. It's still an idea. They're not quite ready to take the bull by the horns. That's what I have for you, collective. I'll see you tomorrow. Good luck.